Got some za for ya. How you doing? Hey, no, come on, dude, relax.
Initiate Vigilante mode.
Like some people, it's just like, take a hint. Take a hint, man. I just want to say a couple of quick things before I get into my review. This past weekend we've had the passing of a legend, Muhammad Ali. I just wanted to express my condolences and just say RIP to one of my heroes. Also just a shout out to Prince and David Bowie. You are also legends. Hopefully you are at peace. With that said, let's get into the review. So today here we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows. Let's just say, guys, this movie was as good as Civil War. No, it wasn't. This movie was, I'm not gonna say a disappointment. I wasn't really looking forward to this movie on that level of like a Civil War or even an X-Men. I was a huge fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. I actually even had a Bebop and Rocksteady action figure that's probably disintegrating in a tub somewhere in a closet. The movie itself was just very mediocre. I don't want to insult children. I work with children. With that said, this movie was written like almost like in the mindset of like a 4-year-old. There were kids in the theater and I was really surprised that they were asking their parents so many questions. I was just like thinking to myself, this is not complicated at all. I found myself sitting next to two really attractive lesbians who were making out. And I was thinking to myself, which is more entertaining, this movie or these lesbians? I think it's no contest there. Megan Fox is the star. She stars as April O'Neil, and I don't want to just say that she flat out sucks. I mean, like, I think she gets a lot of negative flack and a bad rep. I think that she is really not good. I mean, she's obviously insanely gorgeous, but I mean, the movie, she's just not, she doesn't really do anything. She's just there, she's just hot, she's eye candy, and that's it. Stephen Amell also appears in this film. You might know Stephen Amell from his role as Oliver Queen on Arrow. He was also kind of terrible in this. Not that he was really bad, it's just like he deserves better. I feel like he's got some talent, he's really athletic. He had some moments in the movie that were kind of funny, but it just didn't really work for me. The Shredder has returned from death. He's back in New York City wreaking havoc and trying to do something that is kind of like, who cares what he's doing? I really did miss that like kind of mech Shredder. I thought that was one of the cooler parts of the first movie. I just thought like the CGI actually looked really cool for me. I was kind of missing that. Now he's just like in a black leather suit. I didn't care what he was doing, who he was doing it to, and it was just kind of like nonsense. Basically the plot is that Baxter Stockman, played by Tyler Perry, he basically is like some Neil deGrasse Tyson sort of stereotype trying to help the Shredder bring something to our plane of reality. It's just like, who cares? On the other side of this reality is like this creature thing named Krang. He's like a brain that lives inside a robot. So the Turtles, yeah, I think that they're fun. They're cool. Like, I actually enjoy their presence on screen. They make me laugh. Some moments work better than others, but I found that it was the only real part of the movie that you could really like kind of attached to as a viewer. It's like they're always infighting, they can never get along, they can never work as a team, blah blah blah. Pretty cliche in that sense. I did like that Leo had a little bit more of a character arc than I was kind of expecting him to have. In this movie, he's almost becomes a little bit more authoritarian, which I thought was like, for what it was, like a little bit of drama that kind of like worked for me. But was it enough to kind of like save this movie from being kind of like just... No, it really wasn't. Laura Linney appears in this movie. Laura Linney is a very well-respected actress, and I don't know why she was in this movie. Like, how desperate is she for work these days? It kind of makes me think that. Even with Tyler Perry, I'm kind of like, both these actors like don't need to be in a Ninja Turtles movie if they don't want to be. Laura Linney gave a fine performance for what she had to do, which was not much. Were there things to enjoy in this movie? Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady were kind of entertaining, although they got annoying after a while. Was it like a terrible movie? No, it wasn't terrible, but was it a good movie? No, it wasn't. So I'm gonna give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows a C-. You know, it's one of those, like, let me watch it when it's on Hulu Plus or Netflix or whatever. I have a question for you guys today. If you were to date one of the Ninja Turtles, who would you date? You can only date one. Don't get greedy. Alternatively, if you could hang out with one of the turtles, who would you hang out with? I guess some people don't like to date turtles, so yeah. On my way out of the theater, I bumped into Michael Moore, the documentary filmmaker who's famous for Bowling for Columbine and a lot of other documentary films, and it was really cool to meet him. I guess he lives in Manhattan, and he was a nice guy. So guys, did you see TMNT 2? Are you gonna see it? You might want to skip it. Go see Civil War again, or go see X-Men. The Lobster is a really good independent film. I'm hoping that I get a chance to see that because I'd really like to review more indie films. I'm gonna start a new segment soon, a segment that explores the original film versus the remake film. X-Men Apocalypse spoiler discussion will be up this weekend, hopefully on Sunday before 60 Minutes and Game of Thrones. Guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like Vigilante Mode reviews. Until next time,
Vigilante Mode, deactivate.
talking about movies.